Alright, so the patch has been out for a couple days now. It's now Sunday, the 27th. Patch 1.10 has been out for a few days now, and I've been noticing a couple of things about this patch. There's a lot less hits now. Now, it seems a lot of us are pretty much on the same page. We wanted the game to feel more rewarding, but what San Diego Studios went and did was they made it more challenging so that you felt more rewarded when you did actually get a hit. But truth be told, we're still seeing the same hits we were seeing before. I've received a little bit of backlash from, I've been reading through my comments. I read out all my comments every single day, and a couple people are a little confused by some things. Some people actually believe that like what I say actually affects the way the game is changed. We got a lot to talk about, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, one thing I want to be clear about is I don't think I have ever said I wanted a smaller PCI. I don't think that's ever come out of my mouth because I did not want this. Maybe some other creator did, but I never wanted a smaller PCI. I just wanted that when I put my PCI on the ball, I had a higher chance of getting a hit. That's all I've ever said. So there were really two main things that San Diego Studios did with hitting, which the first one was they made the PCI about a quarter the size of what it was before. I'm definitely exaggerating on that number, don't quote me on that. And then the second thing is they also allowed for you to drop your PCI a lot lower than you could before and raise it a lot lower than before. And I've been in talks with a lot of YouTubers, and I will have a video on that tomorrow as well, but a little something different. In terms of maybe adding some sort of sensitivity system, because now it seems like we're getting way too under the balls and way too high, but you reap what you sow. It seems like that may be what we asked for, but kind of not really. So with every patch and with every time something changes in the game, I always like to go to my favorite website and see how everyone's whoops, wrong site. I like to see how everyone else is reacting, so I go to my Twitter. So Mighty Goat's dealing with funny comments as well. But then I like to go to MLB and go to the show and see how other people are feeling, seeing if people feel the same way I do, or you know, if people disagree with me. Alright, so here, look, this is the most recent tweet and reply from MLB The Show's verified account. It simply says Memorial Day weekend, and it's got a picture of good old Trey Turner, of course, plays for the Nationals, so that's the team you throw up on Memorial Day. And click the tweet to expand on it to see some of the replies. And from the get-go, it has nothing to do with what it said. This is the outrage you expect from this community. Anytime MLB The Show tweets, this is what I see. Like, homie Craig, this new patch sucks. Fix it. Not very constructive, but straight to the point. He does not like the patch. And like a lot of other people, I think it's safe to say a lot of people seem to agree. Then the very next tweet, why did you break the game even more? That's something I gotta see. It's like, I feel like it's better in terms of actually a little bit better, a little more consistent. It's just entirely too difficult in the video game. I never wanted this. I never said I wanted the game to be entirely difficult. I just said that when I play someone better than me, they should smack me. But truth be told, I like 14 to 15 run games. I want that. That not only is that way more fun, one of the most fun games I played this year was when I played against Twin Gaming, where we each hit like 16 home runs and then I lost by 1 run. That was the only time so far playing this game I've had adrenaline pumping through me while playing MLB The Show. And since then, there's been like 2 patches and the game's completely different. But that was a lot more fun. In MLB 17, we had the exact same thing in the beginning of the year. A lot of people complained, and then hitting got watered down. I went from having like 20 hits a game and having 10 to 11 ball games to then 3 to 4 run games. I never said I want less hits. I want more hits. I don't know if you know this, but it makes for better content. If you saw my video yesterday, or today, this morning, with the Baltimore Orioles, I had 2 hits. Granted, my opponent kicked my butt. He smacked me, and he had one treacherous inning that shouldn't have happened. He scored all the runs. But it was boring. I legitimately was not commentating throughout the game. I sat there playing, and I was not having any fun whatsoever. I couldn't hit. And when I did square something up, it was right at someone or weakly hit, and I just wasn't having any fun. That doesn't make for good content, and it's not fun, period. So I can understand for you people who, some of you don't make content, and it's even less fun. By the way, since we are on Twitter, make sure you do follow me at Gyvi World. Link in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both are at Gyvi World. But anyways, let's keep reading through some of these. Only thing y'all did was make it harder to hit with the same crappy contact results. LOL. It's ridiculous and boring. Every game now 1 or 2. This just supports everything I've been saying. It seems like there's a common trend. People are just unhappy with what happened. However, I think we can agree pitch speed tremendously better. I don't know if I'm getting a lot of strikeouts because of how tiny the PCI is, or pitch speed. So it seems like maybe they're not fixing stuff. They're just patching one thing and it's breaking 3 other things. And then it's just making for not as much fun as we'd like. But again, like I said, I think this is a step in the right direction. Hopefully patch 1.11 is coming out very soon, and it's going to correct some of these issues. I'm pretty sure they're taking this feedback, and they're going to look into it and try to fix it. I'm going to be honest. I think it just takes MLB a couple months to figure out what they need to do. Maybe if you allowed me into your alpha program or your beta program and allowed me to play, I could probably give feedback, but they don't care for my feedback. They don't watch my videos. I don't know how else to say this. The San Diego studios do not watch my videos. They don't talk to me. They don't like me. Plain and simple. Have pitch speeds be realistic like Chapman's. I think that's another thing. It seems like for some reason, they refuse to program the fact that every now and then a guy like, Hicks and Chapman, they're going to throw 103, 104, 105. That's going to happen. That's real. You talk about a real baseball sim. We kind of want that in the game. I don't know about you, but I'd love to throw 105-mile-an-hour fastball and then throw an 85-mile-an-hour changeup. I feel like that would be fun, and since it's realistic, I don't know why they refuse to put that in the game before. Like, even with your creative player and Road to the Show, there was a cap in how hard you could throw, even though you were maxed out at 99. And now, velo can go up to 125, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and then we got Donnie. Donnie seems to be happy with the patch and the way things going, so shout out to Donnie. If you're enjoying the game and you like the way it's going, hey, hats off to you. Once again, please fix your game. Your latest patch has ruined the game. 1-0 16 games are boring AF. Listen, at that point, unless I'm making a video, I only play when I make videos. I would probably quit out of a game if I were in the 15th inning and it was 1-0. 16 innings of, imagine a Battle Royale game where you got that far into the game and it ends 1-0 in the 16th inning. That sounds painfully brutal. All right, here we go. Good job on ruining hitting for 95% of the people that play. But hey, let's cater to the pros, because let's be honest, there's no such thing as a professional MLB The Show player. There is no professional scene. Let's just get that out of the way. Stop calling people who play this game hardcore pros. They're not. Pros and YouTubers. This game is unplayable now online, and offline is starting to trend in the same direction. If offline was working perfectly fine, don't touch offline. Please do not touch offline. I'm saying that for everyone. I don't want offline touch. I have sliders I can control. I have difficulties I can control. There is so much control I have offline to make it to the playing experience I want. Leave offline to the people offline. No one was complaining offline. That's what I'm gonna say on that. I got up to 850 CS and was raking for the past 3 years. Now I'm not even close to the ball like ever. Even some YouTubers are having trouble, so I mean, I don't really know. I'm just going to put in practice so I can get better like the pros want, because if I complain, then I'm trash. And like Joey from Friends, I don't really know what this means. I don't want a painfully brutal experience for those players who, like, let's say prior to all these patches, was not the best hitter. I don't want that, for the guys who play a couple games a week or just picked up the game or I've been playing since 15 or 13 and aren't that great and they just want to hop on. And, even if they play against someone good, they're okay with losing 5-1. But you know what? They got a couple hits spread around and they tried hard and they try to pitch well and they try to stay in the game. I don't want that for them. I want it to be, I guess, realistic, but at the same time, I want it to be enjoyable. All I want is that when that guy comes up against me, when, Tom comes up against me, and Tom doesn't play all the time, and I play this game all the time, and I think I'm actually a decent player when I'm actually trying. When Tom comes up and plays against me, I expect to beat him 6-1. When Tom goes up and plays against Cardinal Bird 5, Tom should get run rule. That's all I'm asking for. The thing with hitting was that it was extreme. You didn't know what was going to happen. You would square the ball up, you would line out at people. You would square the ball up, you'd pop up in the infield. That's still happening. It's just you're squaring the balls up so infrequently, you don't notice it as much as you did before. That's literally the only thing the patch did. San Diego, fix your pack odds. Bought 200,000 stubs. You can look. Have not pulled a diamond and have gotten 1 gold. Don't rip packs till they fix their garbage packs. I don't know where to, I mean, I open a few packs every single day. Today's like the first time I open a 10-pack bundle. But I'll hop on and I'll buy 3-4 packs, and then a couple hours later, I'll sell my 2 silvers that I pulled and get back like 300 stubs. And then I'll buy a few more packs and I'll rinse, wash, and repeat. And about every 5,000 stubs I spend, I probably get like 600 back. But I have pulled 1 diamond all year, and I cannot tell you how many packs I've opened, but I know it's a decent amount. Definitely over 200,000 worth of packs. And I've pulled 1 diamond, and it was the first legend Lou Brock, which I then sold him for about 13,000 stubs. Pack odds have been such an issue in this game from the moment it started. This is the, like, I'm all for capitalism, but this is the only time in terms of like letting the court get involved that I would like the court to be involved. I should know what the pack weights are. I don't know what my chances of pulling a diamond are. And if they are somewhere, I guarantee you they're in very small lettering and they're inaccurate. There is no way that these pack odds are remotely close. It is impossible to pull an 85 overall or higher card in this game. You've got to be ripping packs all day, or your account could be boosted. Now that I think about it, San Diego Studios doesn't like me. It would make sense why my account. The worst issue is they don't take fan feedback. At least this person agrees. Listen, trust me, they don't take fan feedback. They don't take feedback from certain creators. Let's just say that. But I'm definitely in that list of creators they don't take feedback from. So trust me, there isn't anything I can possibly say that'll, I could be spewing BS all day. I could tell them that their game is broken, or I could tell them that their game is great. They're not going to see it either way because they just don't take as much fan feedback as they should. I feel like, you know, I know it's a very small team. I know that they're trying hard. I know that they're working hard. I know that they are. I want a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm selfish. I want a little bit more, San Diego Studios. Trust me, if they took my feedback from the moment I started making videos in 16, we'd have multiple lineups. We'd have a competitive mode, which next video. We'd have a competitive mode, which I so desperately want and have been asking. I mean, FIFA, just look how much money they've made. Been crushing low cheese since the update, but still getting burnt by non-consistent fielding and lack of urgency to rush ground balls. I thought you guys fixed this, especially with high-speed runners at bat and on base. Humanity AI. This game, love this game regardless. Tucker, I'd say that's probably one of the most decently, not really constructive, but you know, at least he gave his opinion and said he still loves the game, and that's how I feel. There's things that I just want fixed. Contact hitters are a little bit more usable. Now they're getting bloop hits. Why can't they just hit a simple monoline drives over shortstop head, ground balls up the middle? Why do they have to be like contact hitters now? Their only hits are bloops. Will you ever give a reasonable amount of time to play 50+ games? Not even bothering this event since lineup doesn't save. Getting to 70 every time I lose 2 would be maddening to me. This is one of the most frustrating things. If I finish an event, when I jump back into the event, just put the exact same team. You can't sell the cards while you're in an event, so why couldn't you just come up with the same team? Why does it have to reset? Do you have any idea how annoying it is to get my team down to a 70 overall? It's pretty annoying. I mean, I am complaining a little bit too much, but is it so hard to ask to just keep the exact same lineup and then let me adjust before I re-enter into another one? Yeah, I kind of know what they're doing. I don't know if you guys have noticed that these events kind of run through the weekends and that they're a decent amount of games. See, they are testing the waters a little bit when it comes to things like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Foot Champs or Mud Champs, which is a competitive scene that I'm referring to. However, the rewards they don't resemble the rewards in Foot Champ and Mud Champs, and that is an issue. But again, come back tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Let us demand trade and road to the show. I mean, why take out simple features from a game mode? We wanted more in the game mode, yet somehow this year there's less. No one liked the archetypes. Excuse me. No one liked the archetypes in 2K. Then you added them to MLB. All right, so simple here. MLB responds to somebody with a nice little cool face. And the first thing I see is, this has been going on for the last 10 minutes and going. Could you put a limit to step-offs? Now, this would be entirely annoying to me, but whoever this opponent is playing, he's figured out that there is a way to make the game be even more excruciatingly long and boring. You just step off over and over and over. Now, these are the things that I blame the community for. I don't blame San Diego Studios. This is the community who's adding things like this that have kind of hurt the game, especially like the time limit, like the stuff that they did with time limit from 16 to 17. That was very annoying. But yeah, I blame this on the community. All right, so here MLB tweets out, and I got a fair warning. This is just difficult to watch. I don't even know what to say. This is why someone just lost a game. I want to say maybe he pressed R2, but I don't think he did. This is an unassisted triple play. Really disappointing update, guys. Stop playing favorite with players and teams. So many players that should be downgraded, upgraded. Making money off investing players is the only good way to make stubs in this game. There isn't any career missions like last year, so stop being lazy and stingy with these updates. I gotta say, I feel like there's some players that I look at their stats, and I know their stats is 50% based off this year, 25% off the previous year, which is 2017, and then 25% based off the year before that, which is 2016. Some players don't have enough of a sample size, and they kind of just go off player ratings and, you know, how they project the players to play. But there's some players who don't get upgrades, or some players who end up getting some card that is locked behind a paywall, like a player of the month, and then their live series don't get upgraded. Completely not a fan of that. This is ridiculous. If you're going to be doing it based off insider edge and how they're performing in real life, even if you unlock a diamond card for that card via player of the match or a camo, whatever it may be, if the player is performing exceptionally, he should be upgraded or downgraded relatively. So that's all we kind of want, and it is a little bit annoying at San Diego. Now, here's actually a couple of comments from my comment section. My dude threw MLB 18 in the trash. That's just really, really hard to hear. They didn't fix RTTS. 18's limited ability to gain attributes is just weird. Also, I kind of like being able to just use my stubs and upgrade my player. I was able to make a lot of different builds and do fun things. Now it's not the same. Do things really have to be so realistic? And why do they need to keep you as a pinch hitter unless you're hitting home runs nonstop? Honestly, the game isn't as good as 17. It gets boring in RTTS trying to get a permanent position. Just my opinion. Such high hopes with Road to the Show this year, so much promise, and I expected so much change. And then, no offense to whoever's voicing it, but it's kind of boring. There's really no storyline. There's no attachment to your player. There's no cutscenes, and that's really, really boring. Yeah, Gyvi, I played a game with the new hitting update, and same exact results. I had 3 hits. Andrew, my opponent, had 1 hit. It was tied 1-1 in the 10th, and I quit because I was so bored. It's not you, the opponent, your rank, Shamanaya, or anything else. It's just the game, unfortunately. And the response is, it's so bad. Post-patch, I've been shut out like 5 times with basic stock gold pitchers. Guys, we pretty much got the gist of it. We see where this is headed. We see where the community is headed and how everyone feels. What I'm going to say on this is I don't advise leaving mean comments. You can leave mean comments to me. It doesn't bother me. Actually, I get a laugh out of it. I enjoy it. Thank you very much to the trolls. But don't leave mean comments on San Diego Studios. 1, you'll get blocked. You'll get banned. You'll get shadow banned. Whatever the case may be, they're not going to respond to you, and they'll mute you. That's the first thing. The second thing, it doesn't help anyone. Be a little more constructive with your feedback. If there's something you see that you don't agree with and you want to tweet out, if you're that person, you want to tweet out, say, hey, listen, this is my results through this many games, and it's not been fun, it's not been enjoyable. That's feedback that they'll take into considering. Saying, hey, your game is trash, throw it away, give me my money back. That's not constructive, and they trust me, they'll ban you for saying something like that. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know if you agree with anything I'm saying. Like I said, I want more hits. I just want that when I do make solid contact, for it to be more likely to be a hit, not guaranteed a hit, more likely to be a hit than when I don't make solid contact. That's all I want. And I also want that 2 things to be factored into that. How good the card is at the plate and how good the player holding the remote is. It should weigh itself. You got a really good card, you got a really good player, he puts a really good swing, I expect really good results. That's all I want. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't worry, we got more heat coming. Don't worry, as the summer is starting to kick off. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine.
I sip the Dom P, watching Gandhi.